Welcome to the Cow Corporation's series of videos about software engineering. The topic of this video is returning an error code. Before proceeding, make sure that you have already watched these other videos first. When a low-level feature of the operating system needs to report an error, it usually does so by returning an error code. That is also a good way for your own programming to report an error. There's more than one way to open a file. You could do it the platform neutral way by calling fopen, or the Win32 specific way by calling create file A. Many other operating system actions similarly have both a platform neutral way and a Win32 way. Both methods have something in common. If a problem happens, they return an error code, but they don't return it to you directly. Instead, these functions alert you by returning one special value. fopen returns null, whereas create file A returns -1. That same special value is returned for all possible problems. If you care about which specific problem occurred, you need to access that error code. Platform neutral software accesses that error code via a global variable ERRNO. Win32 software accesses it by calling getLastError. If your software does things the platform neutral way sometimes and the Win32 way other times, then you might want to have a OError variable where that single variable could store any of either enumeration's error codes. C++ provides a built-in type for this purpose called error code. That same OError variable could also store error codes that result from problems with I/O streams. That same OError variable could also store your own custom error codes. But your custom enumeration must use 0 for a success condition and non-zero for all error conditions. Following that rule allows client code to cast the built-in error code type into a Boolean. If you want C++'s built-in error code type to also store your own custom error codes, then you need to add this programming to your software. If you have a lot of error codes, you might want to group them. Instead of a conditional testing a logical combination of error codes, it could be more convenient to merely test equality to one error group. There are built-in error groups, or you could define your own custom error group. An error group could have been defined as a grouping of error codes from more than one enumeration. But this source code shows an example error group definition where all of its error codes came from our earlier example's one enumeration. When an OS problem happens during the running of your high-level software, the OS packages its own platform-specific error code as data within an exception object. Your software compares that OS error code against values of a built-in platform-neutral enumeration of error groups. In the case of the Linux platform, there happens to be a one-to-one relationship, where each error group contains exactly one of Linux's platform-specific error codes. On Win32, there exist many error codes which don't belong to any platform-neutral error group. We haven't listed those here. To handle some more of those cases, there's a function which estimates an OS error code's closest error group.